the concepting around this was that Lindsay and I have been, I think, reverse engineering complex processes and complex personal goals and targets for many years. And it's effective and it works. And that's why we do it, and it matters in life and all that stuff. But there's an element of that process that becomes rote and feels like a grind, and it can even feel joyless, right? You just have to show up and execute. And that's okay. It can get us to an end result, and it is probably the most efficient way to design certain outcomes and acquire certain skills. But it leaves something on the table, and we're both intimately aware that a lot of what gets left on the table there is joy and a sense of life worth being lived. And so one of the things with the Prestige is we asked ourselves, what if we just did the transformation stuff? Like, let's just give them that. Our wheelhouses will be included, but what if on the surface, and what if the way of engaging is something altogether different? What if there is no script? What if there is that aspect of formlessness that really introduces you to moments and questions and triggers and connections, stuff that happens in life accidentally over many years, right? As we wind up in our career paths and doing certain things, our scope of exposure narrows. You have your career and you have your friends, and these things get more narrow and narrow and narrow, and you don't have those things that start to trigger new ideas and connections and creations in the same way they do when you're in high school and in a tornado of chaos. And so we have a way of, I think, reinvigorating that process and bringing those elements of play back to the surface in a way that designs, effective outcomes and catalyzes new ideas.